Well, how you going everyone? Josh the Collector Guy. Hope you all had an awesome week yet again this week, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you're up to, hope you're able to have a little bit of a hunt here and there. If you went to the shops and found some cool cars, went to a flea market, swap meet, or a yard sale, or even if you bought some awesome cars off eBay. Hope you're able to find some awesome cars, everyone, and hope you had an awesome week. Well, most of this is my finds for this week, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a look over here first. Got some vintage Star Wars figures picked up at the flea market, and also a little collector shop. Got some swap meet finds, just here as well. A few little awesome cars in the mix there as well. Really nice M2 machine. Went to the Monster Jam just last night, well, yesterday afternoon. Got to meet Charlie Pocket, who does fill in for the driving for Gravedigger now and again. Got to meet him. Got to see most of the other drivers as well on the track. Had lots of fun there. Went with Dad. I'll jabber on about that though, probably most likely near the end of the video. But what can we start off here? Well, this is another awesome package from Ken. Thank you very much, mate. Really do appreciate it. He said he was sending me a couple of cars. Did not expect the awesomeness of this package to be all these cars and everything. I thought maybe just a couple of cars, but I thought that about the trading cards he sent me as well. Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate it. Let's have a little cycle through of the cars. Whole heap of awesome Camaros here. I wonder how he knows I like Camaros. Very cool. Lots of awesome ones here. I can display them probably just up here as well with my other one. So that's very cool. Don't have too many of this scale of, I think these are 132, maybe. I got no idea with the scaling sometimes. I think 132 might be a bit bigger. Yeah, it is a bit bigger. Looking at one of my cars on my shelf up there. Very cool, thank you, mate. And also a little Mopar missile in the mix as well. Nice looking car, might I say. Got the old Racing Champions NASCAR trucks. I love the truck series in the NASCAR as well. I wish they put it on TV here. Over here in Australia, I know they put the Nationwide on over here, but you hardly ever see it. They put it on of all hours, but at least we get to see the Sprint Cup. That's all that matters, I guess. But back to the trucks here, old Jeff Bodine and his Ford truck. Love the truck series, as I just said then. And probably my favourite paint scheme of all the trucks, the number 3 GM Goodwrench truck of Mike Skinner, and there's old Richard Childress just there. Of course, it's a mighty Chevrolet. Absolutely love that one to bits. Well, I do love them both, but I love the GM Goodwrench colours, don't you? 96 as well. That would have been when I was probably just starting out collecting as well, when Dad was buying me all my cars and everything. Very cool. Absolutely love them to bits. Got some treasure hunts here as well. Some pretty cool ones in the mix. Don't mind the old Rescue Duty there. Even the mighty Alchemita and the little Fiesta's not bad either. Probably sort of like Ken Block's car. I think he still drives a Fiesta, I don't know. He's pretty good too, old Ken Block. Those are really cool as well, the old treasure hunts. A little bit harder to find these days in my opinion, just like the Supers, as we'll probably get on to next, the old 67 Camaro Super. Thank you very much, mate, for sending me one carded, because I have a loose one just over here on my Camaro shelf, as you can just see right there. So thank you very much, mate. Really do appreciate that. And you know I love Camaros, of course. Another one as well, probably one of my all-time favourite ones, the old 93 Camaro Racer. The old chrome sort of metal series, as it says there. I've been after this one for quite a while now as well. Thank you, mate, for sending me this. Really love the old 90s cards as well. Some trading cards, as you can see. Lots of awesome Earnhardt ones in there. I'll probably jabber on about this for another 5 minutes. As you can see, never seen these type of cards before. Thank you very much, Ken. And a whole heap of other assorted ones as well, and even a factory set just there as well. Very cool. I do like these cars personally. I love it with the floppy disk in it. It's so 90s when you see the floppy disks and everything. I really love the nostalgia of it. And another car I sort of grew up with was the Rigger motor. Sort of reminds me of the one off, oh, what's the show? What's that show called? Is it the Munsters? I could be wrong. I should know, shouldn't I? Yeah, I think it is Munsters. I think George Barris designed the Munsters coach. I don't know if he had anything to do with that though. So that's very cool. That's pretty pretty much mint as, absolutely awesome. But probably my favourite car of the lot has to be the Byway Man here in the Mebetoys box. The old flying colours. Now these cars I do believe were marketed internationally in Europe and everything like that. I do have another. This one's Mebetoys. I never showed this one, unfortunately. This one, I think that's German, I imagine. So that is a Mebetoys. It's got it underneath. So thank you very much, Ken. Really appreciate the Byway Man. I have been after this one for quite a while now as well. Thank you so much, mate. And not to well, can't forget these two. Dad says his thanks as well for the 2 cars you sent him. He really loves them. He was bouncing off the walls when I showed them to him, and I was even bouncing off the walls as well when I was opening the package up. I was getting so excited. Thank you very much, mate. Really do appreciate it. I know I keep jabbering on about it, but really do appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much indeed. What can we get to next, everyone, for me to jabber on about? I'll jabber on about the Star Wars figures. Went to a little collector's shop during the week. Found some really cool found a really cool carded Bosk. I am a big fan of the bounty hunters in Star Wars and all the bad guys and everything. One of my favourite bounty hunters, of course. But Boba Fett has to be my favourite. Absolutely love these old 90s figures. These were the ones I sort of grew up with. I remember Dad opening a couple for me when I was a kid. He even opened a nut. Well, we do have a Bosk, or we did have a Bosk card, and he opened it for me when I was a kid. And Dad went through it the other day, and it was a card variation. We bloody opened it, so that's a bit of a shame. But glad to have this one. I like the foil on there. It makes it look really cool. Now we get to the other figures. I think that's Walrus Man. He's still got his original gun. I think this guy's from Bespin, old Cloud City. That one's pretty cool as well. And the old Snow Trooper, and he's got his rifle so we can blast some rebel scum. So that was pretty cool. Glad to have found that at the flea market today. And always hard to track down the original weapons. Now, back to the diecast, everyone. You can wake up now. Sorry if I bored you with the Star Wars stuff. Got the old M2 machines here, the one-shot replicas. Pretty much I think these ones come out first over the ones what come out into the shops. I think these are just test sort of cars to see how the casting is and all the molds and everything like that. I think that's what it pretty much says on the back there, from what I could read. Limited to 972 pieces, and one of the employees signs the car as well. I think there's a whole heap of different signatures as well from the employees. I have seen these cars before but never been able to pick one up. Finally got to grab one as well today, and of course the mighty 57 Chevy. I couldn't say no. I love the old 57 Chevs. Now we get to the loose stuff. Found another connectable. They're popping up everywhere now, the old Matchbox connectables. Got the old Volkswagen NASA vehicle. Probably didn't make it to space though, unfortunately, and from what I can remember, you press that and it makes a little noise. I think those batteries in there are probably shot now, so still very cool. Love the old connectables. And something else I wasn't expecting, the old crack-ups. Haven't found one of these for a while, and it still works. I think I've got pretty much a near mint version of it, but you can't resist the beaters. I know I always say that. And these two Chevys just here, the old Corvette. I think I've got a carded one of this, and how many of these Camaros do I have? I think I've got 5 at least now. One from when I was a kid and one from pretty much some of the swap meets I go to anyway. I always seem to pick them up. Very cool. Love those old Camaros. Now, last but not least, everyone, I'll jabber on about the Monster Jam. Went there last night with Dad, had lots of fun. Really got into it. Yep, screaming and shouting and everything like that. I had a lot of fun. And went to the pit party and got old Charlie Pocket to sign my Gravedigger monster truck. Had to buy it there at the event, and these cards look different to the ones we get here in Australia, especially with that truck set on the back. Got to meet him as well, which was very cool. Glad that the Monster Jam made its way up here to Brisbane, Queensland. It was out at Cusack out at Mount Gravatt, so that's not too far from me, which is really good. I think it's at least a 20-minute drive, if that. Had lots of fun, got to see all the trucks and everything. yeah, just lots of fun. I highly recommend anyone who's a fan of motorsport, even the monster trucks, to get to a Monster Jam event. You have so much fun. I know I did. I was having so much fun and everything. I know Dad was too, seeing all the trucks, because we see it on TV over here, and that was pretty much the only times we could actually get up close to it. But yesterday at the event, you can actually get up to the trucks, sort of touch the trucks, I can guess, take photos of them, really see what the machines are like in real life rather than watching them on the TV. Just had a lot of fun yesterday. I know if they came back in a year or two or whatever, I'd definitely go again. It was well worth the money, and as I said, highly recommend it for anyone who's a fan of the monster trucks or even just a fan of motorsport. I'm a big fan of motorsport. I pretty much love anything with Chevy in it or even General Motors in it. Absolutely love it. Highly recommend it to you all. I know the American guys, it'd be a lot easier for you guys to go to an event. How lucky you guys are. That's what I always say. Anyway, that's enough for me rambling this week, everyone. Thank you very much, Ken. Thank you very much indeed. I think I've said thank you so much today, but thank you very much, mate. Really do appreciate the cars. That's it for me this week, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry if I've rambled on a bit too much, but hope you enjoyed nevertheless hearing my rambling each and every week. Well, that's it this week, everyone. As I said, hope you enjoyed. And remember, as always, everyone, happy hunting. Keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have an awesome week.